The NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg has been in Warsaw ahead of this Warsaw summit of all NATO members coming in early July. Now, it's a symbolic move that he's there as the alliance plans to bolster their forces in the eastern flank alliance countries in reaction to a perceived threat from Russia following the Ukraine crisis and the annexation of Crimea. But the Russians are clearly very unhappy about this. Now, the thing they're most unhappy about at the moment, and Russian President Vladimir Putin has voiced unhappiness about this, is the potential setting up of a US missile shield. NATO and its allies all say that it's a defensive plan, but Russia says that it sees it as a direct threat to Russian security. Relations between the two sides have been incredibly frosty and continue to be following the Ukraine crisis, but also after the induction of Montenegro, a former Russian ally, into the NATO military alliance. So there's a lot to be talked about between the two sides, and that's why NATO wants to forward the proposal of setting up a NATO-Russia Council that was suspended after the Ukraine crisis. But the proposal has been that will take place on the sidelines of the Warsaw summit. But clearly, with this potential build-up of forces, potentially battalions, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said today in Poland, in these countries, the location has been disputed by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, who's expressed unhappiness that the potential for a NATO-Russia Council would be in one of the countries where forces would be being deployed. We'll have to wait and see. The NATO summit comes in Warsaw, July 8th and 9th. And whatever happens, whatever the heads and state of government of the NATO allies decide, we will expect some strong responses from Russia following that summit.